Welcome. Today, we'll talk about the N-Queen problem. It's a famous puzzle in computer science. We'll look at what it is and why it's important. Here is an introduction to the N-Queen problem. The N-Queen problem is a classic backtracking puzzle where we try to place N-Queens on an N-bind chessboard so that none of them attack each other. This means no two queens can be in the same row, column, or diagonal. This problem is widely studied because it teaches us how to think about constraints and how to search for solutions in a smart way. Even though the rules are simple, the number of possible arrangements becomes very large as n grows. Because of this, the N-Queen problem is often used to explain how backtracking works and how algorithms handle complex situations. It also plays an important role in optimization and artificial intelligence. Ideas from this problem are used in scheduling tasks, designing efficient systems, and solving many real-world problems. Now, let's look at a brief history of this problem. In 1848, the problem was first proposed by Max Bessel. In 1850, Frederick Gauss claimed that there are 92 solutions for the 8-queen problem. In 1874, Dr. Glaisher confirmed Gauss's claim. Later in the same year, Paul proved that the problem has at least one solution for every n greater than or equal to 4. During the 20th century, the N-Queen problem became an important benchmark for combinatorial optimization. Today, it is also known as a generalization of the original 8-queens puzzle. Now, let's look at two popular categories of the N-Queen problem. The first one is the 4-queen problem, which uses a 4x4 chessboard with 16 cells. The second one is the 8-queen problem, which uses an 8x8 chessboard with 64 cells. Next, let's go over the main constraints of the N-Queen problem. No two queens should be placed in the same row. No two queens should be in the same column. No two queens should lie on the same major diagonal, where the difference between row and column must be different. And finally, no two queens should be on the same minor diagonal, where the sum of the row and column must be different. On the right side of the slide there is a reference picture for the 4-queen problem. It shows a 4x4 grid with a queen placed in one cell and arrows pointing up, down, left, right and along both diagonals to show every direction that queen can attack. Here is the problem statement for the 4-queen problem. The 4-queen problem requires placing 4 queens on a 4x4 chessboard so that each row and each column contains exactly one queen. Also, no two queens should attack each other. This means no two queens can be in the same row, the same column, or on the same diagonal. Now let's look at the algorithm along with its time and space complexity. Step 1. Place a queen row by row. The time complexity for this step is big O of n. The space complexity is big O of 1, or sometimes the board uses big O of n squared or big O of n space. Step 2. Check if every placement is safe. The time complexity for this step is big O of n, and the space complexity is big O of 1. Step 3. If the position is safe, move to the next row. For this step, the overall time complexity becomes big O of n factorial, and the space complexity is big O of n, due to recursion. Now, let's walk through the remaining steps of the 4-queens algorithm along with their time and space complexities. Step 4. If the current position is not safe, we simply move to the next column. This step takes linear time, that is O of n, and uses constant space, O of 1. Step 5. If none of the columns in the current row allow a safe placement, we backtrack. Backtracking checks each column once again, so the time complexity is O of n, and the space complexity becomes O of n due to the recursion stack. Step 6. When all 4 queens have been placed safely, we reach a valid solution. Verifying and storing the solution requires O of n squared time and O of n squared space. Overall, the total time complexity of the 4 queens problem is O of n multiplied by n factorial. The total space complexity is O of n squared for the board plus O of n for recursion. Now let's move to the general method. In this approach, we try to place a queen in every possible position on a 4x4 chessboard. On the right side of the slide, you can see a reference image of the 4x4 grid. Let us begin placing the 4 queens. First, we place Q1. Since the board is empty, Q1 can be placed at any cell. We place Q1 at position 0, 0. So, the current path is 0, 0. After placing Q1 at 0, 0, all cells in row 0, column 0, and both diagonals from 0, 0 become unsafe. In row 1, the safe positions available for Q2 are 1, 2 and 1, 3. We choose to place Q2 at position 1, 2. Now, the current path becomes 0, 0, arrow 1, 2. From the previous step, we observe that placing Queen 2 at position 1, 2 blocks all safe positions for Queen 3. As a result, Queen 3 cannot be placed anywhere in the next row. Since no valid position is available, we apply the backtracking technique. We remove Queen 2 from position 1, 2 and try the next possible column in the same row. Queen 2 is then placed at position 1, 3. With this change, the updated path becomes 0, 0, followed by 1, 3. From this new configuration, we analyze the next row and identify a safe position for Queen 3 at row 2, column 1. This position does not conflict with any of the previously placed queens. After placing Queen 3 at position 2, 1, the current path becomes 0, 0, followed by 1, 3, followed by 2, 1. At this stage, we try to place the fourth queen, Q4. However, we find that there is no safe position available for Q4 on the board. Since Q4 cannot be placed, this means the current placements of Q2 and Q3 do not lead to a solution. So, we apply backtracking. We backtrack step by step and finally return to Q1. Now, we change the position of Q1 from 0, 0 to the next possible safe position, which is 0, 1. At this point, the new path becomes 0, 1. After repositioning Q1, we again try to place Q2. The safe position for Q2 is 1, 3. So, we place Q2 at 1, 3. With this placement, the updated path is 0, 1 and 1, 3. After placing Queen Q2, we now try to place Queen Q3 in the next row. As we observe the board, many squares are not allowed because they fall in the same row, column, or diagonal of the already placed queens. After checking all possibilities, we find that the only allowed position for Q3 is at row 2, column 0. So, we place Q3 at position 2, 0. The sequence of placements so far is 0, 1, 1, 3, and 2, 0. Next, we proceed to place Queen Q4 in the last row. Again, we examine each square carefully and identify the position that has no conflicts with Q1, Q2, and Q3. The position 3, 2 satisfies all conditions as it does not share any row, column, or diagonal with the existing queens. With this final placement, all 4 queens are positioned safely, and the 4 queens problem is solved successfully. This diagram represents the state space tree for the 4 queens problem using backtracking, where each node corresponds to a partial solution. The root node represents an empty chessboard with no queens placed. At the first level, each node labeled Q1 represents the placement of the first queen in row 0. The branch x equals 0 indicates that q1 is placed in column 0. The branch x equals 1 indicates that q1 is placed in column 1. The branch x equals 2 indicates that q1 is placed in column 2. The branch x equals 3 indicates that q1 is placed in column 3. At the second level, each node labeled q2 represents the placement of the second queen in row 1, subject to the constraints imposed by q1. Under x equals 0, all possible positions for q2 lead to conflicts, so this node does not expand further and the algorithm backtracks. Under x equals 1, q2 is placed in column 3, forming a valid partial configuration. Under x equals 2, q2 is placed in column 0, which is also a valid placement. Under x equals 3, attempts to place q2 result in conflicts, so this branch is terminated. At the third level, nodes labeled q3 represent the placement of the third queen in row 2. For the branch x equals 1, q3 is placed in column 0 maintaining a conflict-free configuration. For the branch x equals 2, q3 is placed in column 3, which is also valid. Branches that lead to conflicts at this level are pruned and not expanded further. At the fourth level, nodes labeled q4 represent the placement of the fourth queen in row 3. In the branch starting with x equals 1, q4 is placed in column 2, resulting in a complete and valid solution. In the branch starting with x equals 2, q4 is placed in column 1, yielding another valid solution. Nodes marked with a check symbol indicate successful solutions where all 4 queens are placed safely. Nodes marked with a cross symbol represent dead ends, where no further safe placements are possible. Thus, each node in the tree. We need to check all possible solutions by systematically exploring every combination in the state space tree. The algorithm tries each choice step by step, and whenever a partial solution violates constraints, it backtracks and explores the next alternative until all valid solutions are found. Now let us look at the applications of the n-queens problem. First, scheduling problems. The n-queens problem helps in scheduling tasks or events in such a way that no two tasks conflict with each other. Next, parallel processing. It is used to assign independent processes to processors so that they do not interfere with one another. Then, resource allocation. The problem models how limited resources can be allocated efficiently without conflicts. Finally, game theory and puzzles. The n-queens problem is widely used in logic-based puzzles and games to study strategic placement and decision-making. These applications show how the n-queens problem is useful in both theory and real-world scenarios.